Hello, and welcome to Turf Talk, Churchill Downs opening edition. I'm James Scully, joined by Scott Shapiro, and we have the 6th ever September meet getting ready to start at Churchill Downs, 11-day session. And do want to mention before we get into previewing the meet, Scott, there is a sense of sadness over the Churchill community. This will be the first race meet since John Asher passed away, left us too soon at age 62, and it's really going to hurt next spring. You know, him being Mr. Kentucky Derby and missing his spirit and just great knowledge and just what a great personality he was. But I wanted to mention that we're feeling the loss, and it won't be the same without him at Churchill Downs.
Yeah, it was. I was fortunate enough to arrive in Louisville early last spring and get to meet John a little bit and hang out with him and got to spend some good moments with him. But like you said, way too soon to go, and we'll definitely be missing John this fall and of course next spring.
Right, and with the Breeders' Cup being back at Churchill Downs for the first time in 8 years this fall, there is a little bit of over implications with the horses that are going to be competing in September. This provides an opportunity for horsemen to get a start over the track. Well, we know Chad Summers has brought Mind Your Biscuits in. We see some Todd Pletcher has a stable here. Keith DeSormo and some others are here, that aren't normally at Churchill, so they're trying to get their horses to race over the racetrack. And what are your thoughts? You excited for the any implications of the Breeders' Cup?
Yeah, it's great. I've been fortunate enough to be at Del Mar last year for the Breeders' Cup, and you kind of saw a little bit of an extra boost to the meet.
Right.
Meet, the Bing Crosby meet, that came up after, but here with the way it's set up at Churchill, these guys are going to try to get a race in beforehand. It's nice always when you get the big barns and added horses. Some of them might be prepping for the Breeders' Cup, some of them maybe for the undercard races that we don't have quite in our minds yet.
Right, and the final weekend's a big weekend. Of course, we got the Lone Downs After Dark is on the 29th, the final Saturday. We got the Lucas Classic, we mentioned with Mind Your Biscuits, the ACAC could produce Breeders' Cup mile horses. But this opening weekend, tomorrow Saturday, has a first in the Road to Kentucky Derby and Road to Kentucky Oaks prep races, the Iroquois Stakes and the Pocahontas. Any quick thoughts on those, Phil, Scott?
Yeah, 2 win-in-your-in races for the Breeders' Cup, and of course we get the Derby point system started. It's great. I think Tight 10 is the horse to beat in the Iroquois, but I certainly think there's some others in there that could provide more value. Same could be said of Serengeti Empress in the Pocahontas. I think horse to beat, but on the rail there seems to be a lot of speed to the outside. Maybe can set things up for a horse from off the pace. I know we both are a little interested in Love My Honey.
Right.
And perhaps maybe Profound Legacy as a long shot for me.
All right, good. Yeah, that's a good long shot pick there, Profound Legacy. And all right, well, we're definitely looking forward to the meet. Like I said, it's an 11-day session at Churchill Downs. We have 3 weekends of racing, and looking forward to getting it started.
Yeah, can't wait. Should be a great quick meet, and we get Keelan, and we come back.
Exactly, for the Breeders' Cup in early November. So thanks for joining us for Turf Talk.